Welcome back. Let's mix samosa and spring roll wrapper. For the recipe, we'll be needing 1 cup of corn flour. This is corn starch or corn flour depending on what they call it in your area. 3 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. 3 and half tablespoon of salt. Tablespoon of vegetable oil. Then you add water to get the consistency you want. You don't need to make it too watery. If you have hand mixer, you can use hand mixer to mix it very well so you won't see any lumps. And you know the consistency you want. Shouldn't be too runny or too thick. This is the consistency I like working with. This is the consistency I like working with. It's not too runny and it's not thick. So let's go over to the kitchen to do the magic. The quality of non-stick frying pan that is needed for good small chop business. This is non-stick frying pan. You should know non-stick frying pan that it always have this ring at the back of it. You shouldn't use normal frying pan. This also is a non-stick frying pan specifically for small chops. With these two, you are good to go. Ensure you use non-stick frying pan for good results. Thank you. Silicone brush. This is silicone brush used for the brushing of it. We use paste method. This is not hand method. Let's make spring roll. Before you start rubbing your wrap, ensure that the frying pan is hot enough, not too hot, that when you apply it, it will lift up the pan. Ensure that the pan is very hot, not too hot. You can see my burner is on low heat. I did not rub anything on my frying pan, but because of the oil we added into the recipe, it will make it easier for the wrapper to come out of the frying pan. You can see the way it's lifting out on its own.
Note that your wrap should be dry enough before you take it off the heat. If it's not dry enough, you will get a bad sheet that while folding it will be tearing
Ensure not
apart.
to have holes in your wrapper. Let's go over again.
This whole process is not that hard as some people see it. Just ensure that you take reasonable amount of paste, apply it. When you apply it to your frying pan, brush it off, allow it to dry, and you get a good wrap.
If you don't get this exact silicone brush, you can use this one. I started with this brush before I graduated to this one. So if you are not able to get this exact brush, you can use this one. This is the one we've done. You can see it's still good. Ensure not to have holes. If you're able to get this exact recipe I gave out, you should get exact results as mine. So I wish you all success. If there is any question, feel free to ask. Bye bye. This is the shape. This is the shape of samosa wrapper because we want to get each wrapper. When we cut it, we get 2 samosas. So each of these wrapper, I divide it into 2. You will get 1 samosa, making it 2.
It all depends on the size of pan you are using. Like if you are using a very big pan, you can rub it all over the pan, cut it into 4. You will use 1 sheet to get 4 samosas. So it all depends on the size of pan you are using. If your pan is not big enough, you can use this style I'm using, but if your pan is big enough, you can rub it all over the pan.
Now some of you might have different way of getting your samosa wrapper. Some people will rub it all over the frying pan, then cut it into 3. Some will rub it all over the pan, then cut it into 4, depending on the shape you want to fold it. But for me, I am using this long format. So stick to what works for you.
If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that, and comment if you would want to see the wrapping process.